History of English literature. Uh, this is the topic that we are going to discuss today. What is history of English literature? History of English literature starts with the Anglo-Saxon period, and that starts from 450 to 1066. This is the time period of Anglo-Saxon age. This is also called Old English period. And important works which are available are Beowulf. Beowulf is a story of the hero is Beowulf, where the Grendel is the devil and that they fight, and Beowulf wins and killed Grendel, and then Grendel's mother comes. This is a kind of story, Beowulf. Then Cadman's hymn. This is the oldest literary work. Cinewolf, Dior's Lament and Seafarer, and these are some of the important works that were present in Old English period, and that is also called Anglo-Saxon age. There were three tribes that attacked England. First one was Jutes, second Angles, third is Saxons. So Angles settled in East Midland, east part of England, and they built a kingdom called East Angles. Then Saxons are one of the tribes that attacked England that settled in southern part of England and made a kingdom Wessex, Essex, and Sussex. So three kingdoms they made Saxons. And now the third tribe that is called Jutes. Jutes settled in southeastern part of England and made and gradually these seven kingdoms made England. What we call England, it is called United Kingdom. It is called United Kingdom. This is the first phase of history of English literature that is called Anglo-Saxon age or Old English period. Second period is Middle English period. Middle English period is 1066 to 1500, and Norman conquest is the important incident that happened in 1066, where this French attacked England. Age of Reformation that happens in the Middle English period. Age of Reformation means to reform the society. There are some bad customs are there in the society of England, and the people are working on the reformation to make it correct. Some culture, uh, something was bad in the society, and one of them reformists were John Wycliffe. One of the most prominent reformist is John Wycliffe. He is called Morning Star of Reformation. He is one of the pioneers of Reformation. And John Wycliffe Bible. He translated Bible into English. And the first translation came in 1382. Second translation came in 1388. That is the refined version of this translation. So this has all happened in the Middle English period. And one of the important thing that happened in the Middle English period, the age of Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer is the father of English poetry and dawn of Renaissance. Renaissance means rebirth of culture, traditions, and William Caxton printing press. William Caxton is the name who discovered a printing press in 1476. He discovered a printing press. And University Wits, one of the important that happened in the Middle English period. The seven university wits were there. What are the seven university wits? They are learned people. They are literary people in that age. Where there were universities like Oxford, Cambridge. They are most learned people. The names of the university wits are Robert Greene, John Lilly, Thomas Nash, George Peele, and uh, Christopher Marlowe, Thomas Cade, Lodge. So these are the 7 university wits were there. Thomas Mallory's Morte d'Arthur is the one of the important works of Middle English period that was written in 1485. Now, the third phase of history of English literature is Renaissance age. Renaissance, as I told you, rebirth of literature, rebirth of culture, traditions, and that is period is 1500 to 1660. In the Renaissance period, there were different sub phases or sub parts. The first sub part of Renaissance is Elizabethan age. Queen Elizabeth, you have heard about Elizabeth the First. She ruled over England in 1558 to 1603. This is the time period, and this period is called golden period of history of English literature because the best literature written in this age. That the important writers were William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and died in 1616. So he was Shakespeare was famous for writing dramas, plays, 37 plays he wrote, and 154 sonnets. Sonnets are 14-line poem. Ben Jonson is one of the most important writers that wrote Alchemist, and there were so many, Sir Philip Sidney, so many important writers were there in the age of Elizabethan age. Second age in Renaissance age is Jacobean age. It was the reign of James the First. James the First was ruling over England in Jacobean age. The time period is 1603 to 1625. And uh, the metaphysical writers were there. Metaphysical writers means meta means beyond, physical means physical world. They were talking about the world which is beyond this physical world. What is the world which is beyond this physical world? Spiritual world, we can say, heaven's world. And the writers were Marvel, Covey, Donne. John Donne is the most famous writer of metaphysical writing. John Herbert, Bacon. So these were the important writers of Elizabeth or Elizabethan Jacobean age. I think we have studied till this, right, Kritika?
Yes.
Now moving on to the next part or next phase of history of English literature is Caroline age. Caroline age is age 1625 to 1649. So in this Caroline age, important writers were John Milton, John Ford, Thomas Carew, Suckling, Lovelace, Herrick, Waller. These were the important writers that were writing in the age of Caroline age. Next phase is called Commonwealth period. Commonwealth period, yes, in Caroline age in 1642 there was a civil war happened in England. Civil war means there was no queen or king ruling over England, and there was a chaos. There were a chaos. There is no system because government was not there, and these dramas were banned. Writers were banned because there was a chaos. There is no system of government there working in England, and that was happened in Caroline age. 1625 to 1649, and new phase new period that is called Commonwealth period, that is 1649 to 1660. 1649 to 1660. From 1649 to 1659, the period is called Puritan interregnum. Puritan interregnum. Interregnum means when there is no queen or king ruling over England. Nobody was there to rule over because there is a civil war happened in England, and no queen or king was there. Charles the First was beheaded, was killed by the public. So there was a total anarchy. The Some of the important writers that were writing in this phase is Congreve's Way of the World, Love for Love. So less literature is found this period. Now there is a new phase of history of English literature that is called neoclassical period. Neoclassical period. And this is also called Age of Reason. Age of Reason. That is also called Age of Enlightenment. Age of Enlightenment. What is this neoclassical mean? What do you mean by neoclassical? You need to understand this term. It's a very important term in history of English literature to understand literature better. Neo means new. Neo means new. Classical means that is written in the Greek. As you know, the best literature of the world is from Greek literature. It's not English literature which is the best literature which is regarded as, and the best literature in the world is Greek literature, like Aristotle, Plato, and Longinus, and these many great writers were there. And whatever, then Roman literature is regarded as a good literature. And third number, England's number comes under literature, third number. First is Greek literature is regarded as the best literature, and then Roman literature, and then English literature. So new classical age or new classical period in which these writers of England were copying or following the path of Greek writers. They are how a novel is written, how drama is written, how comedy is written, how poetry is written. Who is telling? Greek writers were telling. There is a set pattern made by Greek writers. And these English writers, if you say William Shakespeare, Ben Jonson, and other writers, they were following the traits of Greek writer. So, particularly in the neoclassical period, all the writers which we are going to talk about is just following the Greek writers. Neoclassical. That is why they are called neoclassical. Means classical in the new sense. Neo means new. Classical means they are following the Greek writers. So in the neoclassical period, the first period is called Restoration period. Restoration period. That is period is 1660 to 1700. 1660 to 1700. 1660, we have studied till 1660 in Commonwealth period. Now moving on to the next phase, starts from 1660 to 1700. Restoration in England, what happened in 1660? Charles II became the King of England. There was no king or queen before 1660 because Charles I was beheaded. So new king takes over the reign of England. Who takes over England? Charles II. Earlier, before this, there was no queen or king ruling over England. So new king they got in the form of Charles II, the brother of Charles I. So this period is called Restoration period, 1660 to 1700. This period is also called John Dryden, age of John Dryden. It's a very important writer, John Dryden. John Dryden is a critic, he's a dramatist, and a very famous writer of English. English writer. Second age is called Augustan age. Second age, next age is Augustan age in neoclassical. We are talking about the phases of neoclassical. So first is Restoration age, that is 1660 to 1700. Next is Augustan age, that is 1700 to 1745. 1700 to 1745. And this age is called Age of Alexander Pope. It's a Pope, 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 Pope. So Alexander Pope wrote Rape of the Lock is a very important mock epic that is famous for, and Essay on Man, Essay on Criticism. These are the important works of Alexander Pope. Next age under neoclassical age is Age of Sensibility. Age of Sensibility. That is 1745 to 1785. 1745 to 1785. And this age is also called the age of Dr. Samuel Johnson. The full name of Johnson is Dr. Samuel Johnson. It's also a very famous writer, and he is famous for writing dictionary. Do you know first dictionary when it came, English dictionary, and who wrote?
So I don't.
You don't know. It is Dr. Samuel Johnson. It is Samuel Johnson who wrote first dictionary in 1755. In 1755. The dictionary which you consult the words and meanings, that is first written by Dr. Samuel Johnson, very famous writer, and biographies. He wrote biographies also. Important works of in this age is Elegy written in Country Churchyard by Thomas Gray, Deserted Village by Goldsmith. So these are the important works or important incident that happened in this age. Now, very important age that is called Romantic period. Romantic age or Romantic period. The time of this age or period is 1798 to 1782. Sorry, 1832. 1798 to 1832. What is this romantic means? What does this age mean? Romantic age does not mean romance, love triangle. As the name suggests, romance. It is does not related to romance, love, and these things. But romantic means mystery. Uh, Romantic means nature. Romantic means uh, beyond imagination. Uh, so romantic age is a very important age, and that starts with the publication of lyrical ballads. That was written in 1798. This period starts with the publication of a very important work. The name of the work of literature is Lyrical Ballads. Lyrical Ballads. William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. Have you heard the name, Kritika? William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge.
No.
You will get to know about it. So, very important name in literature that belongs to Romantic age. And this publication of lyrical ballad came in 1798. Who wrote this?
Sir,
Yes, yes, yes.
what was the important work for that lyrical
Important work of
romantic period?
First of all, I'll letting you know by just giving you the names of the important writers. First of all, then I'll give the works.
You
Like one of
told
the
some lyrical something.
lyrical ballads, lyrical ballads, lyrical Lyrical, lyrical ballads, 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 lyrical ballads. So lyrical ballads written by William uh, St. Coleridge and William Wordsworth. So very two great important writers wrote lyrical ballads. Some of the important writers of this age is are John Keats, P.B. Shelley, Lord Byron, S.T. Coleridge. Already I have told you lyrical ballads. William Wordsworth. So you have to remember the names of these writers. Very important writers these are that belongs to Romantic period. The names are John Keats, P.B. Shelley, Lord Byron, S.T. Coleridge, William Wordsworth. So, William Wordsworth was writing on nature, natural aspect, natural beauty. Their poetries are on nature. S.T. Coleridge is supernatural powers like ghost and the powers which are beyond this physical world. So that mystery he was writing on. And P.B. Shelley, Keats, Lord Byron, these were writing on nature, natural aspect, natural beauty, they were writing on. The themes of important themes which were written in Romantic period was freedom. They were writing on freedom, liberty. They were writing on Gothic elements. Gothic element means mystery, ghost, devils, witches. They were writing on Gothic elements, folklores, local songs, free verse. Free verse is a very important trait of writing that started in romantic period. Free verse means earlier they were writing with lyrics, with the stress and stress pattern. Prosody is there, rise and fall. There must be a rise and fall in the poetry. But in the free verse, the kind of poem they were writing as the words are coming to you. There is no pattern. There is no rhyming in the poem. Just you write that spontaneous overflow of powerful feeling. Yes. What is the definition of poetry? Very important definition William Wordsworth has written that you need to understand. You can write the definition of poetry according to William Wordsworth. What is poetry? Definition of poetry according to William Wordsworth. What William Wordsworth says about poetry? Right under the inverted commas. Kritika, are you ready?
Yeah,
Yes, definition of poetry according to William Wordsworth. Right in inverted commas. Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility recollected in tranquility. So according to Wordsworth, what is poetry? Poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Like how poetry is written, like for example you see a beautiful thing, like for example rose you see, and there is some kind of feeling comes to you. It looks very beautiful. When you look at a beautiful flower, some feelings aroused in you. You don't write a poetry when the feelings coming to you when you see a beautiful flower. According to him, according to Wordsworth, what he says, poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Powerful feelings are generated in you when you see a beautiful flower. And it's not written that time. When poetry will be written, recollected in tranquility after a days like month or fortnight, You think again about those those flowers, of that flowers, and when you are at tranquility, tranquility means loneliness, calmness, when you sit alone, when you will be calm, then this feeling comes to you again. And when you are at ease, when you are at calm, when you are relaxed, then you start writing the poem. It's not when you see the beautiful flower and you start writing the poem. That does not happen, right? So poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings recollected in tranquility. That is also important. Two parts of this definition of poetry: spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, first of all. Second is recollected in tranquility. When you are at ease, when you are at calm, relaxed, and you are alone, then you start writing. So it's a very important definition according to Wordsworth. Next age or period is called Victorian period. Victorian period starts in 1832 and that ends in 1901. The important writers of Victorian age were Alfred Lord Tennyson, Alfred Lord Tennyson, Robert Browning, Robert Browning, Matthew Arnold, Matthew Arnold, Charles Dickens. So these were the important writers that were writing in Victorian period. Queen Victoria, she became the Queen of England uh, in 1832, and she remained till 1901. So this is called Victorian age. And it has like pre-Raphaelite means Raffles. Raphael was a painter. The writers were influenced by Raphael, and aestheticism and decadence. That was also a phase in Victorian age. And what are the themes of Victorian age? Child labor, because industrial revolution has come in England. Industries have come, and there was no rules or perks of these laborers who were working in industries. Day and night they used to work. So there is a problem of child labor also. Prostitution, women were forced for prostitution. That was a problem in the society of England. Exploitation of labor. As I told you, there's industries were there, and the industry there is no rights of the laborers. 24 hours they have to work in factories to give the profit to the industrialist, and there was no amenities given to them. Without light, without food, without any facilities, they have to they are forced to work in factories. So that was a problem. You will find these themes in the poetries of Victorian age. There is a very important line to find in Dover's Beach by Arnold. Matthew Arnold is an important writer of Victorian age. He wrote a poem called Dover's Beach. He wrote a poem called Dover's Beach. Name of the poem is Dover's Beach. What he writes in the Dover's Beach, the last line of this poem is, where ignorant armies clash by night. It is a very important line in the poem where Arnold writes, where ignorant armies clash by night. What does it mean by where ignorant armies clash by night? In Victorian age, there were two phenomena, two thinkings were present. Like some of some of the peoples of the society or sections of the society in England, they were following the religious path. Means God has created man, and God is everything. God is the center of this world. So, but now scientific thoughts have come. In 1859, the Charles Dickens, sorry, Charles Darwin has given his theory called, or he wrote a book, Origin of Species, Charles Darwin, where he proved in his scientific theory that man is not the creation of God, man is the creation of evolution. He evolved from uh, one from this animal. He was evolved. So there were two sections where one is following the scientific thoughts, and one section of the society, one part of the society was following this religious thoughts. So there is a clash. There is a
Hmm.
clash in the thinking. One is of religious thinking, they have like God is everything, and some of the sections of society, they think that scientific thoughts are working and it's right, and we should follow the scientific thoughts. So you find the themes there in the Victorian age, in the writings of Victorian age. So uh, now after like uh, Edwardian age was also there. Just write the age 1901 to 1910. Edward III and was the king, and Georgian period, Georgian age, that is called 1901 to 1910 to 1936. George V was the king, and these were the important writers. And that is after called modern period, from that starts from Second World War and the First World War. The First World War was 1914 and the Second World War was in 1939. So First and Second World War, that is called modern period, modern age, 1914 to 1945, and after 1945 that is called postmodern age. After 45 is called postmodern age, like Samuel Beckett, Doris Lessings. These were the, and Queen Elizabeth II. When was Queen Elizabeth the First, Kritika? What was the reign of Elizabeth the First?
Was 1603 something.
Death is 16. When she was, she starts ruling over England. What is the year?
1558.
1558. Very good. 1558 to 1603. And Queen Elizabeth II was 1952 to 2022. Recently she died. Recently she died. And who is the King of England right now? Who is ruling over England?
Charles
Charles the
third.
Third. Charles the Third. 2022 to present time. It is said about Charles the Third that you are never too late to achieve your dreams. Prince Charles is 73 and he just got his first job. He waited because Queen Elizabeth ruled so many years. His son Charles the Third was waited for years because when she will die, then only he can become the king. Her son only become the son when she dies, and she did not die. In 2022, she died, and then Charles II became the King of England. So he became the King of England in 73, age of 73. So very too late, and that is why it is called you are never too late to achieve your dreams. Prince Charles is 73 and he just got his first job. He became the King of England at the age of 73. So you are never too late. You are never too late. So this is a brief history of English literature. Very brief. I did not go in detail, but briefly I talked about. You just go through it, and I will share the slide with you also. Don't worry. Just go through that and make your own notes. Any question and queries, Kritika?
Can you please explain again that uh, droves beach by that thing?
Sorry, what you said?
Droves Beach by Arnold.
Oh, Dover's Beach by Arnold. Dover's Beach is a poem. Dover's Beach is a poem which was written by Matthew Arnold. This is a poem. This is a poem which is written by Matthew Arnold. What he writes in the poem, that is the last line of this Dover's speech. What he writes in this poem, where ignorant armies, there are armies and they are clashing by night. In the night, they are clashing, they are fighting. Armies are fighting. So what does it mean by ignorant armies clash by night? Clash by night means there were two thoughts. First is religious thought and second is scientific thought. They were fighting. Somebody says religion is supreme and the other section was saying no, religious not is supreme. Scientific thoughts are supreme
So
because
by ignorant armies, he means thoughts.
yes, ignorant armies means thoughts, scientific and religious thought. Metaphorically it has been used. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about history from Anglo-Saxon to modern period. So go through this history. You can use many sources. If you don't get or you do not understand anything, just let me know tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll start with the poem,
Okay,
right? Tomorrow we'll start with the poem. Okay, then let's call it a day and see you tomorrow. Bye, Kritika.
sir. I
Bye.